Awesome. All right, so we're going to get into a nightmare story. I love the nightmare story because I get to learn from somebody else's mistake. I've sure had my fair share of nightmares, and it's where I learned the most. So you're not going to want to step away. Randall's going to share a nightmare story and the lesson to be learned, but we're going to cut to a commercial break right now, and stay tuned. With smartphones and technology making life a little easier, the Snap Leash has also been designed to make life a little easier for you and your pup. Whether you're on a stroll in the park, or possibly a walk through the city, or maybe even a hike up in the mountains, the Snap Leash is the perfect leash for you. The Snap Leash can easily and conveniently convert into 7 leashes in one, making the Snap Leash the most convenient leash in the world. What other leash do you know that is 7 leashes in one? With the Snap Leash having appearances on the Today Show in New York City, TV 47 in Dallas, Texas, and ABC 4 on Midday, Utah, you are definitely going to want to take a peek at what the Snap Leash can do for you and your best friend. Make life a little easier for you and your pup, and visit www.snapleash.com today. All right, guys, we are back. You are listening to K-Talk Radio 1640 AM. I am your host, Yoshi Shiraki, and we are talking with Randall and Usha Wall on flipping houses. Randall, I like hearing the nightmare story when I'm not the one who's been the nightmare topic. Sure. Because there's a lesson to be learned with every nightmare story, and I'd rather learn from someone else's mistakes than mine, because I've sure lost my fair share of money on mistakes.
No, for sure. There are some nightmare stories out there. By the way, I have the Snap Leash, and we love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So it's wonderful. When you ask me, about a nightmare story, when you've done over 500 remodels,
yes,
you can come up with a lot of nightmare stories. But I think I want to talk about the importance of getting title insurance.
Ooh, yes.
And that we had a good friend, a flipper here, he's now in South Carolina, but he did a lot of houses here locally. And he was an attorney, and he thought, I don't need to get title insurance. I'm going to save the $500 to $1,000 on these homes that I'm buying.
Yeah.
I don't need title insurance. And so what he did is he bought this house. He put maybe $30,000, $40,000 in repairs on it, and he got a buyer. And the buyer wanted a survey done. And I've only had that happen maybe once or twice in 15 years.
Yes.
But this one wanted a survey done and found that the house was like a foot or two on the neighbor's property.
Oh, wow.
And they went and talked to the neighbor, and the neighbor said, move it.
Oh, my gosh.
And so that was a real problem, and he didn't have, it had passed from person to person. Title insurance would have gone a long ways towards ameliorating that problem for him. We had a house that we flipped, I guess it's been 2 years ago, that we got ready to sell. We put, 40, 50,000 repairs into it, and all of a sudden it's got a notice of default on it.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, well, how's that happen? We're paying the mortgage.
Yeah.
What happened? Well, they had not recorded the previous owner's mortgage against that house. They'd recorded one against a house about 4 houses down the street.
Oh, wow.
And so he had skated with the money when they sold it, not paid off that other mortgage.
Oh, my gosh.
And so when he stopped paying the mortgage, then they, of course, put a notice of default on. Now, as far as I know, that's still undergoing litigation. It's been 2 or 3 years now.
Wow.
But we got our money out. We were able to sell the house, take our profits, because the title company insured us and said,
yes,
we'll handle it.
Got it. Thank goodness.
So I would say always, always, always get title insurance.
Yes. Holy cow. What happened with the house that the neighbor said move it?
I think they came to an accommodation, did a lot line adjustment, and some money changed hands, but I don't think any money was made on the project.
God, oh, no. We both know, without saying any names, an investor that did a flip up by the Capitol, how he extended his garage a little too far, and it blocked the neighbor's view. And they made them take it back a foot or two.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's expensive.
Yes.
That's a nightmare.